Poggers.
Hello? Oh, there I am. Hello. Hold on, I gotta turn my music down. It's kind of loud. Hello. Hi, Zen. Hi, Gecko. Gecko, thank you for the 35 months. Holy. um, how are you guys? It's been a while. Oh, spirit. Oh, okay, hold on. I hope you guys have been well. I do apologize for no stream yesterday. I just got like, I've been so tired, and I don't know if it's because of just the traveling, even though it wasn't that bad of traveling. um, but yeah, so I'm probably just gonna yap today about my trip to Newark, and then some stuff that I have planned for tomorrow's stream. So it will be my 4th anniversary stream. And then I'm probably gonna end so I can get up early tomorrow. So I can start early and we can do a lot tomorrow. Am I alive? I hope you are, Sen. Hello, how are you? Judy, I'm just here for once. Glad you're here. I miss the orange cat. Sunny, he's still here. I actually do have a guest with me. Trouble is currently laying on my desk. He is sleeping and he is not causing any trouble right now, so because I've got a lot of stuff on my desk. But yeah, my trip to Newark, that was something. And honestly, that was probably the most unplanned trip I've ever been on. Which is crazy because before going on a trip, my sister and I always make sure to, have a plan set. And for some reason, we just didn't really have a plan. So, let's see what happened. I think our flight to go to Newark left around maybe 6 in the morning, so that was already fun. We had to get up at 3 o'clock to make sure we could get through TSA and stuff on time and everything, and make sure we got to our flight because it started boarding at like maybe 5 something. I don't remember. But yeah. I only got like, I actually went to sleep early because I knew we had to get up at 3. So went to sleep. went to sleep like maybe 9 or something, which was like the earliest I'd ever gone to sleep, I think, in a while. So I got like, I think maybe 6 hours or so. Actually, I think I might have woken up an hour early or so. Maybe 2 before my alarm was supposed to go off. Yeah, my sister and I got ready and stuff, and then we headed out. Traffic thankfully wasn't bad because it takes us what? I think even without traffic, it takes us a while to get to the airport, so we had at least all that planned. Um, Mom dropped us off, and then we were going through security and stuff. Security wasn't too bad, thankfully. I think by the time we got done through security, they had already started boarding, which wasn't it wasn't like, oh, we need to rush. We were like group 3 or something. It wasn't our group boarding time anyways, but other than that, we made it to the plane on time. And then, yeah, my sister and I kind of passed out on the plane. I mean, it was only, it's like a 2-hour flight, I think. So, only got maybe 2 hours or so of sleep. Actually, I don't even think I slept the whole flight. But, yeah. Sorry if you heard me sigh. Fergus is just blaring at the door. But, yeah. And then we landed around 8 something. The concert didn't start until 7:30 p.m. And they wouldn't let us in until 6. My sister got VIP, so they didn't let them in until like 5, I think was the time they were supposed to be let in. So we had a lot of time to kill after we landed. Let's see. My sister and I, we walked, got something to eat. We got a salad to share and then some trail mix to share as well. And that just it wasn't a good salad. We found somewhere to sit. Yeah, it was not a good salad. It was very tangy. But yeah, and then we sat in the airport for about, I'm trying to think, almost 4 hours, trying to figure out what to do because there was a heat wave while we were there. Second time that's happened. Which is crazy. And it was the first time it happened, my sister and I were going to a concert. It wasn't a day trip, but we went to go, we were going to a concert and it was a heat wave. We didn't really want to go out to New York. We didn't want to go to the city because of the heat wave. And we were still both really tired. And so, what did we do? My sister ended up calling the hotel, seeing if they had a room ready because we couldn't check in until 3 for the hotel. But we did that. They said they had a room ready, so we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna head to the hotel. And oh my god, Newark Airport is so annoying. Every time I've been, it's always been a pain. I read signs, I can read and everything, but still, sometimes it's so confusing. So Newark, they've definitely upgraded some things. I don't remember it looking like that last time I went. Last time I was there was actually 2 years ago, I think, when I flew to New York for the Genshin concert. Was that 2023? Was that 2020? Was that last year or was that 23? I don't remember. But yeah. But then again, the Genshin concert was literally a day trip. We flew in, walked around New York, then went to the concert, then went back to Newark Airport and flew out. No, it was still easy. So I think originally it was you could take the air train to any stop into I think the P4 station, I think is what it's called, which takes you where the cars and shuttles are and stuff along, and then it then it continues on. It takes you to the train station, so you can get to the city and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe my sister and I just didn't walk around enough. I don't know, but I think the only way we could get to the air train was taking a bus. So I don't remember it being like that originally. But then again, it has been a while. But yeah, it was kind of annoying because so we walked out, we crossed the street to wait for the bus or wait for a bus, and we were like, no, I think we need to go back in. Or we were like, no, I think yes, we walked back in and then realized, no, wait, we actually have to take a bus. So we walked back out, and yeah, it just, I don't know, the signs weren't that helpful in a way. So we ended up waiting for the bus. Luckily, there was a airport employee or whatever standing there, asked us where we trying to go. We told him P4 station. He's like, okay, yeah, this is the bus stop for that. I'm like, okay, cool. That's saving us so much trouble. Oh my God. And it was so nice to be outside because we had set we were sitting in the airport for 3-4 hours or so. I was getting goosebumps. I had to stop myself from shivering. I was getting so cold in the airport. And it was kind of like, I was getting frustrated a little because it was like my sister wasn't cold. She was wearing pants. I was like in a skirt and a shirt. So I was getting really cold. And I was like, I want to go outside and get warm. And honestly, it was so nice being out there. And that's the only time I'm going to say that because the rest of the time it was not. But we waited for the bus, and then we got on, got to the station, and then we waited for our shuttle. And that drive wasn't that long anyways. I think a bus came every 30 minutes or a shuttle came every 30 minutes for the hotels. And then we went to the hotel, checked in, got into the room, and we took like maybe a 30-minute nap or so. I think we got to the hotel maybe 1 or 2-ish. Or actually, it might have been... No, because it took us so long to figure out where we were going. And then, obviously, the drive and stuff. I'm trying to think. How long did it take us to get to... I don't know. I think it was like maybe 3-something. We didn't have that much longer. So, yeah. Then, we took a nap. Because we were so tired. We took a nap. Got up. Got, like, freshened up a little. And then we headed back out. We had to go through the whole thing again, taking the shuttle, then because we didn't want to spend like a crazy amount of money. So we took the hotel shuttle back to the station so we could just hitch a free ride to the train station. Oh my God, I don't remember the train tickets being that freaking expensive. That was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. Because for 2 tickets we ended up spending $25-something or so. It was $11-13 per ticket, which is, and mind you, our stop, so we were at Newark Airport, right? Our stop was literally the next stop. So it blew our minds that for one stop it was that expensive. My sister had looked into it and said, because she was trying to figure out how much it was going to be anyways, so she knew how much money she was spending. And it was ridiculous. She was like, she said it was like, she thinks they throw in a little bit extra, that you have to pay a little bit extra because of like the air train or something like that, but I don't entirely know. But yeah, that was crazy. $11-something, I think, for a one stop is just, it was, honestly, I found it very ridiculous that it was that much money. Because my sister remembers, she doesn't remember it being that expensive last time we were here, or we were there. I don't remember being that expensive either. But, sorry, I was yawning. I am so tired. So yeah, then we got to the venue. There was already a line for VIP, so we got in VIP so my sister could check in. And then we got in the line for VIP to wait to get into the venue because they got sound check and stuff. We were in the shade and we were already sweating. It was that hot out. And then it was a little bit past 5 and the line hadn't started moving. And then when it finally did, it was, I don't even remember exactly what time it was. But, oh, I don't know if you guys just heard that. My shoulder popped. But, it was, like, ridiculous. Everyone was staying in the heat. Luckily, we had fans. We had water and stuff. So we were good. Everyone was like doing really good on staying hydrated, and everyone had fans and all that. So I didn't see or hear anything about anyone passing out from the heat, which is very good. And luckily our concert was inside in the AC. But yeah, so when my sister went in, I went to go stand in line for general admission. And my sister's texting, the biggest thing. My phone was dying, right? It wasn't dying, but it was getting below 50%, and I'm just like, oh, I need to charge my phone, because my phone has been not dying as fast because I got a new one, so its battery is a lot better. I have 2 power banks. I have one like actual power bank, and then my one, I bought a handheld fan that also works as a power bank. I plugged my cord into both of them, and my phone wouldn't charge. I think my phone was trying to charge the power banks. I don't even know what was going on. I was like, oh, this is not good. My phone's going to die. And then in the heat, I tried not to be on my phone a whole lot, but my phone was like super hot, and I'm like, that the battery's gonna drain because of this. But yeah, I ended up, unfortunately, where I was in line for general admission, I was in the sun. I didn't have a fan. Oh no, I had a fan. I didn't have an umbrella or anything to keep myself out of the sun, which kind of sucked. So I was sweating bad. But my sister's texting me and everything about like how everything's going. She's not happy with it because, one, they got everyone in for VIP. Told them the rules of everything for like sound check, what they're, what they can do and what they cannot do. And then they didn't let him in. She said like she could hear like a video playing. She could hear. We went to go see Baekhyun. And she said she could hear him singing and stuff, and she was like, is this the sound check? She was really upset because no one was telling them what was going on. They didn't tell him, oh, we have to wait a few minutes or something like that. No one told them what was going on. So my sister was getting really frustrated, and obviously the other people who were there as well were getting frustrated. And then, let's see, so general admission was supposed to get in at 6. General admission, they let us get closer to like the venue because it was at Prudential Center. So there's a street between Prudential Center and like a plaza-like area. And they finally let us cross the street and get in front of the doors. So I was out of the sun and stuff like that. But they did not let us in. The doors did not open at 6 like they were supposed to. They opened up, I think it was probably almost 6:30 by the time the doors actually opened. Went through security and stuff like that. And it's ridiculous. You can hear the sound check going on. My sister had finally texted me that they were getting in for sound check and stuff like that. Like at 6 something. I can't even remember. Maybe it was 6:20 is when, and then they let us in 10 minutes later, which is ridiculous. That is absolutely crazy. So I got to hear part of the sound check. I got to hear like maybe 3 songs for sound check because they had we had floor seats, my sister and I. So I was at the entrance to get to the floor. And it was ridiculous. I'm like, why? Like, genuinely, why? Why are you guys doing this? Like, general admission should not be here. We should not be able to hear this. It was like yeah, it was kind of annoying. And then they finally let us actually go to the floor and stuff. The sound check had ended and all that. And so I bought a bottle of water for me and my sister because I know we were going to, be singing along to the songs and stuff. And I knew it wasn't gonna get hot, but we needed to drink more water because it felt like we really hadn't at all, considering how much we were sweaty. And it was ridiculous. So before we can even get to the floor, as they're checking to see what section we're in and pointing us to which the attendants or whatever were pointing us to which direction we needed to go to our seats, they told us we had to pour out our drinks into cups. I'm just like, this is just a disaster waiting to happen. You are going to get so many spilled drinks because of this. And I'm just like, and it's just wasting time. Like, if you're wanting to get people in and seated so the show can start on time because you guys are kind of falling behind, letting everyone in late than they're supposed to. So that kind of, it's a small thing, but it's just like, why? So I found my sister. We were in our seats and stuff. We were really close to the stage. We were like 2 rows away from the stage. But yeah, so we were sitting there waiting for the concert to start and stuff. I'm trying not to be on my phone, so my sister and I are just kind of chatting and stuff. And yeah, and then I think the girl in front of us started talking to us, which was she said she came alone, and I mean, obviously you could see that she did. No one was with her, and I felt bad. But I was so like, I was already getting tired from just because of standing out in the heat for so long. And I'm not good talking to strangers, that I genuinely didn't want her to talk to us anymore. But my sister and I did try to speak to her and stuff like that. And then she spilled her drink on me and my sister. It was an alcoholic drink too. Luckily she had drank it all, so the only thing that spilled on us was like water and ice, but still, it was ridiculous. My sister's bag got wet because she had set it down in the melted ice that she couldn't see on the floor. It was so ridiculous. I was just like, great. But I'm not gonna lie, that concert, Baekhyun was amazing. I loved seeing him again. But it was kind of like it was a dead concert. What? Trouble. 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 Hold on, let me let him out before he starts crying and picking at my door. Oh. What? What do you want? What? Trouble. Are you not? What? I'll let you out. Okay, hold on. Okay, Trouble has been released. What was I talking about? The concert. It was kind of like the concert felt dead. And oh my god, it was so frustrating. So, it's a K-pop group. They're Light Sticks and stuff. My sister's light stick kept dying. And these are brand new batteries and everything, so we think there's something wrong with the battery pack or whatever in it. So her thing kept dying on her, but she put in new batteries. She got it to work again. And then, I don't even think, was it halfway through the concert? remember. Mine started dying on me. New batteries, everything. It was ridiculous. I'm like, what is going on? I was getting frustrated because I was also like filming some of my favorite songs during the concert too. And oh my god, trying because so when I film a concert, I film it and I glance at it every now and then, but I'm mostly watching what's actually happening in front of me. And unfortunately, I thought we got really good seats. We're 2 rows away from the stage. So we get to see Baekhyun like up close and stuff, like the closest we've probably ever seen him. And no, it always happens. There's a tall person or something who gets in the way. People have their phones up super high, not caring about the people behind them. There was a tall person like in the front row that had a hat on. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Can you not be considerate of, you know, there are going to be people shorter that are going to be behind you. And then I understand people sticking their phones way up in the air, at least those who are like in the front, because the light fixtures are on the stage are super big. So if you want to get picture or video and the artist isn't walking like near you or like right in front of you, you're not going to get really good pictures because of the light fixtures on the stage. So I kind of understand that, but they still like, ooh, and then one girl in front of us was FaceTiming her friend, and I'm just like, look, I know you want to show your friend the concert and stuff, but keep your phone down so I don't have to look through your phone to watch the concert. That was the most annoying thing, was like, there were some times where I was watching the concert through someone else's phone because I couldn't see the stage because people's phones were in the air. I'm just like, no one knows concert etiquette. And it's just like, it's so annoying. When I had my phone like almost face level with me, and I was being considerate of the people behind me, making sure I'm like, I don't want my phone getting in the way. But I can't guarantee that myself was in the way because I couldn't see the stage properly at sometimes because one, the light fixtures were really huge on the stage, and then there were just people in my way to where I had to stand on my toes to see some parts. But yeah, my sister and I were the only ones who felt like we were really screaming during the concert in our little section. We couldn't really, there were a few people here and there, but no, my sister was screaming so loud she could tell that she was annoying, like she was annoying some of the people, like the one girl in front of her. She could tell that when she realized when she was screaming really loud that the girl in front of her would move forward a little so she wasn't as close to when my sister would scream. Honestly, she didn't care because the girl in front of her was filming majority of the concert anyways, and at one point she just put her light stick down. I'm just like, what's the point? And it got so annoying. And the girl next to my sister, who was also filming the concert, I don't think she was filming it as much, but she might have been, didn't even have her light stick on. I'm like, if you want the artist to notice you, you should have the light stick on. It was just, some of this was just, I don't know, it's just like, do you even care? And you could tell because, so for Baekhyun, and I think a lot of fans have noticed as well, is that he gets his energy from the fans. And honestly, you could feel that he wasn't being energetic and stuff. So it was kind of upsetting. There were only like, I think maybe it was during the title tracks where fans were, or where the crowd was super loud, but almost I felt like every other song there weren't a whole lot of people super loud. And then my sister, when she was scrolling through Twitter, she also saw people felt the same, that, you know, some people felt like they were the only ones being the loudest in their section and stuff. And I understand you don't want to be too loud, but if the crowd is dead, you're gonna want your voice to be heard. But it was kind of upsetting. Um that's I don't want to say worse, but it wasn't the greatest concert I've ever been to, which sucks because I try to put all my focus into paying attention to Baekhyun, and it was just sad seeing how, I don't know, it felt like he wasn't as energetic and playful as he usually was, or how you usually see him and stuff. But he had a concert in Chicago yesterday, and the energy there was really great. I think that venue sold out, so I'm glad. I hope for the rest of the stops it's good from here on out, because Newark was a bit of a disappointment. I don't know if it was because everyone was like, the heat drained everyone, so no one had the energy. I'm like, come on. I still, even though I was getting tired, I still had the energy. I had a boost of energy, and it's just like, I don't know. So yeah, and then, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about trying to get back to the damn hotel. That was awful. But I had to wait outside the venue because my sister had another VIP thing. Um that that took a while. And I was getting nervous because the crowd kind of had thinned out a lot. I mean, there were still fans outside and stuff, but yeah, she came out eventually, and then we headed back to the train station, trying to figure out where to go. I was both hungry, tired, and super sweaty. So I was getting really frustrated, and I hated being like that because I was getting upset with my sister because we didn't know where we were going. We got lost pretty much. And then, so we eventually got into the train station because we remembered what it looked like from the last time we were there. So we got in, we bought our tickets, and then we had to figure out what track to go to. And I remember there was an announcement for, like, I think New York or something, and so the train station was already full because of all the concert goers that were waiting for the train. The moment they said this New York bound train or whatever was on a different track instead of its usual one, it was like a mob to go to this track. Everyone was heading there. My sister and I were like, we're not going into New York, we're trying to get back to the airport. I kept telling my sister, I'm like, we need to ask someone. And she was like, no, we don't. We were looking at the signs, we didn't see anything that said the airport and stuff, so that was getting frustrating. And I'm like, look, we need to ask someone, because looking at our phones is not going to help us. I don't want to miss the train because it was already getting late. So we eventually asked someone, one of the workers there. She told us what stop we got, or what track. We got to the track, and then my sister realized, she's like, oh wait, it's not going to say airport, it's going to show the very last stop. So now we know what stop we need to be on, or what track we need to be on as well. We're probably going to forget next time we go. But yeah, we got on the train, and then we made it back to the hotel. Neither of us showered, though I really, really wanted to, but we did not bring extra pair of clothes or anything because we only had one bag each. We had our purses because I guess in some way we kept telling ourselves, oh, it's just going to be a day trip, but it really wasn't. So we didn't bring extra pair of clothes, which kind of sucked. My sister bought a hoodie from the concert, so I put that on to sleep in. And it was just it was ridiculous. So yeah, the only thing we'd eaten that day was the trail mix and that salad. We didn't even drink probably a proper amount of water, so that sucked. Then we went to bed. Woke up at 6. And I couldn't do anything with my phone. I couldn't do Pokemon Sleep or anything. I had notifications off and everything. I had my alarm on. And then, so that rang. My phone was at like 20-something% when I woke up the next day. And it was stressing me out because I need my phone for my plane ticket and everything. But so my sister and I, we got ready. We headed to the airport. TSA wasn't bad. We got through. We got to our gate early and stuff. And oh my god. Oh, we stopped to get something to eat because we were both, really hungry. We didn't eat dinner or anything. And oh my god, I don't know where these kids were going, but we got in line for Dunkin' because I wanted donuts. I knew that was something I would eat, and I knew Dunkin' wouldn't be that expensive. So we're in this long ass line because it's early in the morning. I think I can't remember when our flight left, but early in the morning, everyone's gonna be either at Starbucks or at Dunkin's. We went to Dunkin's, standing in this line, and there's three guys and then this one girl. They weren't together. The three guys were, but the girl wasn't part of their group. But I don't know. I don't know if they were high schoolers or what. But oh my god, they were so annoying. So annoying. The guys were. The girl didn't get annoying until later. These guys are in line and we're moving through, and these guys, they have three other friends coming and talking to them, telling like, hey, can you get me this, this, this? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It was so annoying. And then they're finally through, and so the guys are ordering their stuff, and me and my sister are behind this girl in front of us, and her friend comes up, and then she's buying something, and I'm like, oh, they're together. They're gonna. That didn't bother me. That they're like, oh, they're together. They're getting something and stuff. No, the other girl gets something as well. She buys it herself. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You basically, like, she wasn't even. I don't even count that as holding a spot. No, she basically let her friend cut in line, and that pissed me off. I would have. No, actually, I wouldn't have because I was tired, and I genuinely don't like confrontation, so I probably wouldn't have called her out on it. But it was annoying. It pissed me off, and so my sister and I got our food. Well, my sister had to wait for her food, and there were a lot of people, so it was going to take a while. So I sat down, charged my phone, luckily, because they had charging outlets everywhere in the airport. So I was able to sit down and charge my phone. Yeah, we made it on our plane on time and everything. And oh my god, I passed out. Thankfully, my sister and I both had masks. And honestly, I'm glad I did wear a mask at the airport, because so when we were waiting in line for security for Orlando, there were people coughing and sneezing left and right. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then there were people sneezing and coughing on our flight. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad I'm wearing a mask. And then we did the same thing heading back as well. We ended up wearing the same masks. I don't know why. I'm like, oh yeah, one mask will be fine. I'm so stupid. I should have brought another one. Next time, I'm definitely gonna bring at least more than one. On top of that, that mask was covered in makeup, and I didn't really put a whole lot of makeup anyways, because I'm like, I'm going home. I'm not going anywhere, so I didn't put a whole lot. I put on like some sunscreen, foundation, whatever it is. And then, yeah, let's see. I think I woke up maybe 3 times on the flight, and every time I woke up, my mouth was wide open. If I'm sleeping upright, my mouth will drop open. I'm so glad I had the mask on. Like, good God. But it sucked. Every time I woke up and realized my mouth was like wide open, it was so dry. Like, my lips like were dry. It was awful. But yeah. And then we landed. And then we got home. And then I took a nap. I was gonna nap for maybe 30 minutes. I ended up napping for way longer. I'm trying to think. Yeah, and then I went to bed. I was super tired. It wore me out. And yeah, and my throat was giving out on me and everything. It was awful. But despite all the the major setbacks or whatever on that trip, it was learn my lesson. For my next trip, which is happening Monday. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, thankfully I don't have to work Monday, so I had to rebook my flight to Seattle for earlier because my sister and I realized we were getting in at what, midnight, I think, in Seattle, and everything closes. And we didn't really want to deal with having to take a taxi to our hotel because our hotel's not near the airport. But the trains would have been closed. The buses probably wouldn't have been out. And then we were like, oh, we can just rent a car. No, rent a car place closes at 1 too. So, and then my sister really didn't want to have to pay for a rental car because it's pretty expensive for Seattle. And then parking for the hotel is what, I think $60-$75 because it's downtown Seattle, which is just like, I get it, but also that's ridiculous. So yeah, my sister and I are definitely planning Seattle better. But yeah, we're definitely gonna bring more stuff with us because we're gonna get there Monday, probably not do anything Monday except chill at the hotel. And then I think the concert's the day after. And then I think we fly out early the day after the concert. So probably 3 days of no streams, maybe. Yeah. Well, actually, there won't be a stream Sunday either because I have to work. But yeah, then we got the big stream tomorrow, which I'm probably gonna try and talk about some things I have planned for tomorrow. And it's probably gonna be a short stream Saturday as well, an early morning short stream. But yeah, that was my trip for Newark. 4th anniversary stream. I actually don't know what time I'm actually gonna start it. I was thinking maybe between 10 and maybe 11:30 or maybe 9:30 to 10:30. I don't know. It all depends on when I wake up. And then I want to like wake up because I genuinely don't want to start stream still sleepy and not knowing where I am or whatever. So, but I'll keep updating you guys in the Discord on when I'm getting ready and stuff like that. Honestly, there's a chance that from like excitement or whatever, I might end up actually being I might actually wake up and be like energized to do a lot of stuff. I have some games that I haven't played yet that I want to play. I don't know how long the games are. Let me look at them. I probably won't start Okami. I was also thinking, I'm like, oh, I could definitely spend a lot of my time for tomorrow's stream playing Sonic Adventure. I just don't know about my controller. I don't know if it's even charged. But I can look at it. Let me see. I've got what? Actually, I think I only have one new game. No, I have 2 games. I have 2 no, 3. I lied. I have 3 games. I haven't installed that one yet. I have 3 games that I have that I can play. I was also thinking about maybe finishing Stardew and stuff because I've started that and just did not finish that. I don't know about Mystria. I might wait till the new update for Mystria before I play it again. I was also thinking about getting back on Minecraft because I haven't done that in a while. I was actually gonna do that tonight, but I'm just like, I might not. I'll probably do art tomorrow as well. I might sit down tonight after stream before going to bed working on some pieces and stuff that I can work on stream as well. Minecraft, I might get on Nikki. I have like almost 30 roles I can do. So I might just roll and then get off because I really don't want that. That's just what I need, is the game to crash my stream. Although I think last time it crashed, it didn't crash the stream. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. I might do Genshin. I'm getting back on that too. And I know that shouldn't crash my stream. If it does, that's gonna suck. But yeah, I've got quite a few things planned. I really hate that this isn't gonna be a 24-hour stream, but it is what it is. Even though I have Saturday off, I genuinely don't think I don't even want to attempt a 24-hour stream at this moment. Thinking about it just makes me tired. But yeah. I was thinking about maybe doing a wheel that has like maybe challenges and stuff or not challenges, but things to do in a way. Maybe not for stream tomorrow, but for like later streams. But I don't know. I thought of it last minute. I'm just like, I don't think I have time to set it up. So maybe I can do that for another stream. Because it's kind of funny. It's been 4 years and I still genuinely don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm always looking up stuff. The new model is still in the works, so it won't be up tomorrow or anything like that. We still get to keep my current model for a little bit longer. I'm trying to think. That one thing that I said is coming soon. I genuinely wanted to have it out tomorrow, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I haven't been able to work on anything this past weekend. And then just I don't know. I think I'm still kind of in that creative art block kind of thing right now. Just I don't have that motivation to work on my stuff, or I'm just not like, it's like I don't know. It's a lot of doubt and like no motivation. But yeah. Look forward to tomorrow. It should be, I hope it's fun. It's probably gonna be scuffed. But yeah, if I start, I think 9:30 might be a bit too early for me because I woke up at 9 today, so yeah, I don't think 9:30 might be pushing it. So maybe 10 to 11:30. I'm gonna have that window set. And hopefully I can stream throughout majority of the day. I can get at least a pretty long stream in. If I can get 8 hours in, that would be crazy. Even if I can get even more in, that'd be even crazier. Because I know I can do those long streams. But yeah. So I hope to see you guys there tomorrow. But yeah. Big plans for tomorrow. So I think I will end it here so I can, because it's already 10:30. So I can finish up a few things and then go to bed. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys early tomorrow. But yeah. Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you all tomorrow. 4th anniversary. Wow, I can't believe I've been doing this for 4 years now. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm living. Anyways, bye-bye, guys. Take care. Sleep well, or I don't know. Anyways, bye.